Like I don't know, like something, just something technical, something I just got logged out
Yes,
automatically. So,
I've ordered it like 2 weeks before, like before lockdown. I didn't know like there would be a lockdown. Even if there is or a lockdown, I thought like Amazon and Flipkart guys, they would allow them to
but
like
Amazon
deliver
delivery
here.
is there, right? Like I don't know, I in one
No,
day,
sir.
2 days.
Right now, what they told us like they don't have stock here in Chennai, so they wanted to get the stock from other cities.
Okay.
So there are like interstate transport is like currently halted.
Like it's there's issue. Yeah, interstate transport they have issues. But I don't know, like I ordered couple of things from Amazon. I received almost everything. Like how it took like usually like Amazon you have this 1 day delivery, 2 day delivery. But it took me like 4 or 5 days or something. But yes, I received everything. Like I don't know. Maybe like location wise it varies because I am in Bangalore. So Bangalore it's working perfectly.
Here in Tamil Nadu, they are like there are so many restrictions here. That's the reason they are not
Huh.
able to come here. It seems.
Yeah, that's possible. Yes. And like which laptop you ordered, like make sure it's future protected, like you can use it for 4 or 5 years, I believe, something
Yes,
like that.
ROG
This okay.
Asus
It's just,
series,
okay.
16 GB RAM and like
GPU,
4
which
uh 1650 Ti. 1650.
1650, okay,
Yeah.
1650, okay, like GTX 1650.
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1650, I guess 1650 is 4 GB, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now I can see Vishesh is also here, and okay, so we already waited 7 minutes, so let's start off with this. So you can see in my model, all those corners are a little highlighted and all those inside areas slightly dark, and it's everywhere. You can see. So this is something I didn't do, like I didn't create this thing manually. I just created this thing with the help of a map. I just simply generated a map and used it. So in my Photoshop, I'll show you. It's a gray color map, full opacity. So you can see it's a black and white gray color map, and all the information coming from this particular map only. So how to generate this map is like if you remember, initially we added a couple of loops to our model and converted this into a high poly, right, with turbo smooth, and we exported that, and this is our low poly. So I have my low poly and high poly here. So I'll bake this. You can use Substance, you can use Marmoset, both the software, both will do same job. So this map is like Substance. It generates most of the things using this. So all the corner details and all. So read the corners, we use curvature map. So by default, you can see there is a curvature map is there. Switch off this, switch on curvature only. Your high poly and drag up to high poly, low poly, and drag drop it to low poly. Not do you don't have to do anything else. Go to bake, select your location, desktop. I already have saved it. So let's see. I just overwrite this file. Select this. Size is 4K, and only curvature is selected. Nothing else. Just hit bake. In like a few seconds, you can see it baked. It won't show you any preview here. If you want to apply, you can apply it, but nothing will happen here. Close it, and now you can see there is a map in your desktop, or like wherever you saved it. Basically, this gray color map. Drag drop here and delete this old one. And this map, to blend it with the base, you can keep it wherever you want and overlay this thing. So if you overlay, you can see the gray color is not visible anymore. Only the highlight and the depth, the cavity, those inside areas, wherever you have contact points, those sections, you have dark lines and highlight lines. It's automatically generated and it's nicely blended with the base also, color wise. But you can see it's way too strong. So like black color is way too strong, and this white color is also way too strong. make it 50%, 50%, and then save it. Save it and open your this thing. So you can see now I have all this corner information everywhere. You can see I have all this corner information nicely, and there are like few unwanted lines also there because of the like loops and all there. So if I want, I can definitely modify it. And plus this, I can see it's slightly projection issue, so that this shading is not required anyways. So what I can do is I can select this, apply a mask, go to brush, pick a soft brush and change the color to black, and just remove this section. Similarly, this one also, plus this edge corner, it should not be there. This should not be there. And if you want to make this thing line like straight, you can just simply take a brush and select the main layer and make it normal 100%, and you can see this grayish color. Connect it. I can pick this gray color and blend it. And this mask also, if I want, I can remove it. So like this, you can generate all the corner information, everything very easily. This side is clean anyways. Sorry, do not save now. Let me check where what else I can remove. I remove this one. I have added this line, and is there anything I need to remove? This is also removed. So rest looks kind of fine. So overlay 50%, 50%, you can see 50%. See, this line came, it's all clean, this sections are clean, everything is clean. Done. So my most of, I can see our most of our textures and everything we have already placed, and I can see my base, I have changed it. I replaced it with some other texture. This looks like a little bit better. The previous was little noisy, but similarly you can see it's a little noisy. So this particular texture is this one, I believe. No, this one, where it is. Yeah, this one. So this is, I feel it's little too noisy. I just reduce the intensity 50% and save it. Okay. So like this, you have to check multiple times and make sure everything looks nice and clean and smooth. Now this one looks much better, much cleaner basically. Previously it was like a little bit noisy. So your texture like you can add noise and all, but it should not look noisy. Like it should not look like a error. So you can have noise like slightly, but like soft noise. Like this is like you can see soft noise. So this is fine. So basically you can see my most of the information and everything is generated. Now few things. So now I have this candle. So in this candle, if I want to like because if this is, I can see there's a flame I have modeled. This flame is supposed to be like it should emit light. It should be I need to add a emissive there. So this section I'll go and check where it is. So my diffuse I've created, but diffuse is not finished. I have to create one more map for emissive now. So I'll take one more layer, Control G, emissive. So diffuse is almost done, but 100 it's not finished yet because there are few seams and all. Those things I have to match, and plus there's some design for this, some color pattern is there that is also I need to match. So that's why I'll do it. But before that, I'll just create this emissive. So for this emissive, I need the same color. So what I can do is I can pick this color if I want, and I can take a solid this thing and just simply make sure it's 100% transparency, fill it. Just simply fill it. That section. One is here, and I need two more. This thing. Without any ambient occlusion, nothing. It's just an emissive map. So, and then create one more layer inside this, bring it down and make sure fill it 100% black. So emissive map is basically a map like anything which is not emitting like light or it's not glowing. It should be 100% black, and only the part that's glowing should have color information. And it's not black and white map, like it should have that color, particular color in that whichever color it's glowing. It can be red, blue, green, whatever color, you can have it there. Then save it as a new map underscore emissive 24-bit. Save it, go to material. This is, and let's see, where is my material? Pick my texture. This is my material. So I need to make it glow, right? So let's see, this is a standard material, so I need to change this to standard material. Okay, my bad. So this should be a standard material. Scan line, we have it. I need to create a standard material, this one. Double click, standard material. You can see it become gray. Maps, open the maps. You can see all the maps here. Now just simply first drag drop your diffuse to diffuse, and then MSF2. You can see there is something called self illumination. This one, self illumination, basically it's basically glowing, right? So for that, apply this thing, and by default value is 100. If you want, you can increase. It won't increase here, but okay, this color is already there. It's already there. So it's not, you can see in viewport it's not showing anything, but if you press F9, still it's not glowing. I cannot see it's glowing. Why it's not glowing? Once, give me a second. Why it's not going? If I apply a physical material, will it work? Here also we have all the maps: emissive, color, emissive, weight. So let me apply this here, emissive color to this one. Okay. Bitmap. I will ask where is the map. Shift right click, copy the path, paste it, enter. Oh, it won't work like this. Look here. Okay, most of the software reads it very easily. With this thing, it's not reading. Just give me a second. Now this bitmap is open. Drag drop here. Apply. Go to high quality view. Emissive is connected. Apply this to emissive weight also. Copy your instance. I can do instance, so it will be duplicated. It should work. It will now press F9. Sorry, F9. So you can see now it's glowing. If you render it, it will show glowing this thing. This will work. You just need to apply this map here. Emissive weight, emissive color. Apply this, and then now like we have a couple of more things. Like this emissive is ready. If I want, I can merge them or keep it like this. That's also fine. Now, and if I check my, okay, not this one here. So now this is my candle. If it's glowing, candles are translucent in nature, right? They are not opaque. So if I want to have that light there, that means top part will also have a little bit of brightness, like glowing, that effect. It won't glow, but it will be slightly brighter as compared to rest of the part. So I'll select this, this, and this. I selected, and I'll just simply detach it. The reason I detached it, because so that I can isolate it and start working on it. So in Max, there is a tool called Viewport Canvas. You can directly paint in Max and create those effects. And it's a very efficient software if you're doing manual texturing, like suppose manual texturing, or maybe there is a slight artifact or some issue in your texture. You can rectify it in Max itself. You don't have to go to any third-party software, not Photoshop, no Substance or anywhere. You can do it within Max very easily. So select, this is selected, go to edit, sorry, go to tools. There's an option called viewport canvas. Click on this. So this enables painting on screen basically. So click on the paint. So it will ask what you want to paint and where you want to paint. I want to paint on my base color. Click on this. So now I can paint on my base color. And where is my layers? Why my layers are not visible? Uh, there's another window that pops up and show you this oh, it's off, sorry, my bad. The layers dialog, switch it on, and then add a new layer, same like Photoshop. You can add a new layer and you can start painting on that. So I want the same color, pick the color, this same color, okay. And you can see this little artifact which is not nice. Reduce the brush size from here. You don't have, you cannot manually, like, automatically change it. You can see the color is pretty bright, but why? Pick the color, correct, correct, everything is correct. Opacity, hardness, spacing, correct. Normal mode only I'm painting. Due to, I'm not sure, due to some strange reason, it's giving me this, like, color looks entirely different here, but while painting, the color looks entirely different. Why so? Using this. Okay, anyway, that is so I can manage. And you can use pen pressure also, pen tablet. You can see I can paint with that. Okay, continue painting. But only problem with this is you have to zoom in and like paint everything and then fill those sections nicely. No need to worry, like I can see all this artifact. That is something I can remove very easily. So my whole idea is to, for painting this entire section, because of the light, because it's a translucent, wax is translucent, right? Candles are translucent. So I want to make this top part and like some amount of base also slightly lighter in color. I'm not overlapped anything, so why it's not working properly. Yeah, now it's painted. So it's painted. This part I'll remove it. So if I want to erase something, you can see you have an eraser also. You can erase it. Sometimes it works like this, and suppose you have any difficulty, there is something called 2D view. Click on this, and now you can see where you are painting. Where is that patch here? Remove that patch from here. So you can, based on the UV also, you can paint like same like Substance. You have 2D version and 3D version, both the versions. Now I want to make it a smooth gradient. So I can go to blur. If I want, I can blur it here. Undo. Make it slightly brighter and nicely this color. So once you are added all this thing done, you are done with this. Save PSD, save it, and now you can open this in Photoshop, and you can see you have that particular layer. So it changes the color. I guess sRGB is on. That is something you have to check. So I can just take this, and under this should be over ambient occlusion. Reason, because this is going to glow, so that means that ambient occlusion part won't be visible. And from curvature, a couple of things I have to remove. This thing I have to remove. It's black, soft brush, gone, and rest is coming from ambient occlusion. So I can use another one ambient occlusion, and if I want to paint, but you can see if I paint it, it becomes creating a patch. That means I need to check my ambient occlusion, make it 100% normal, or alt click on the eye, isolate this thing. So this part I need to blur. I can select this, and we have all those patch tool and everything we all aware of, or heal tool. If I want, I can heal those sections, get rid of those artifacts, unnecessary, unwanted things. Okay. Alt click it on back and multiply the 50%. So now I can see I have this color, but this color I don't feel it's like as bright as it's supposed to be. So pick this color, go back here and fill it. It's super bright now. Okay, fill it. This top part is fine. Brush, extend it slightly. The only problem with this painting in Photoshop, in Mac, is it doesn't have padding. So that is something you need to generate. And just make it a little soft. Apply. Go to this thing one more time, and you have to reopen your file, but it will, because this is saved a separate texture already, so it won't auto load. You have to reopen it, discard. So you can see that effect if you render it out. So you can see this is bright, so this is also gets brighter slightly. Okay, now there are a couple of things I need to fix. Let me open my reference. This part I need to create. Photoshop. It's here. This section. So I can go under this. I can use, and I prefer to use all this vector shapes for creating this kind of a basic shape and all, because I feel it gives you like better result. Okay, then I select this and I want to minus something. Select this, now I can select this one. So first, deselect the nodes, anchor points. Now it's only the box. Change it to subtract. Subtract it. You can create this thing super easily. And corners, I can see there is a bright tone. So this color, I can make it slightly, sorry, my bad, slightly brighter, yellowish, but slightly dark. And corners are slightly highlighted. So for that, I'll use a stroke. So instead of this stroke, change the bright into bright color and reduce this outline. Right now it's inside, I'll make it outside. Done. Alt, drag it here also, both the side. Align it nicely. Now save and save with PSD also. So you can see the pattern came. So the pattern also generated, design also generated. So now couple of things this we need to modify is this water and all these things we need to fix. So by default, if I use this thing, the issue is uh, this like it will like I don't know where it's connecting here, where it's like the position of this mesh and this mesh intersection, because I need to create this water ripple, this effect. So I need to know those position. So what I'll do, I'll select my this model and export it and generate or I can, what I can do, I can just select the entire thing and generate a ambient occlusion for the entire thing. Yes, that I can do, because it have already two different materials. Select the entire thing, export selected, desktop, low poly. I just replace it. I selected everything and export it. So I'm going to generate one more map. So as of now, this PSD, I'll save and close it. I need to open the other PSD, this one. Now, again, I'll go to Marmoset. And this is texturing in Photoshop. You should know, should practice, otherwise, like later, because later getting a job will be very difficult. Because most of the triple like well, big companies who works for triple A titles or like cinemas and other stuff, they like if you once you have experience initially maybe as a like like some small company they don't ask for it, but most of the big company, they give you a test in Photoshop, because if you understand the basic idea of texturing, so your software doesn't matter. Because in what happens in Substance, you don't have to do anything. It will generate all the highlight, shadow, corner details and everything automatically. It will generate. But in Photoshop, you have to manually do it. So you need to understand. If you don't have the understanding, you cannot do it. So like make sure practice this, otherwise it will become very difficult in future. Select this and bake low, duplicate, and it's in high. And I want to bake a map. So go to Baker, same 4K, desktop, and I want, let's try ambient occlusion. Maybe it will work. And I need yeah, I need ambient occlusion only, like so that like don't forget about the leaves and all, because it will generate that boxy kind of effect. But I want ambient occlusion for this contact points. That is important. So once I can see that, I can paint it directly into Photoshop very easily. Okay, done. What is this? Combine both the things and create something unusual. Unusual. What is this nonsense? But why? Yeah, I've supplied here. Okay, no point. I'll delete this just for this plane. For this, I need to generate texture. 4K, everything is fine. Ambient occlusion.
So that fountain mesh is selected in the
That's
high poly.
now high poly, let it be. It's there, high poly, so it can generate those corners and everything. From low poly, just removed it because I don't want that part to overlap with my texture. You see, now it's clean. I just removed it. Now it's clean, and let's drag drop it here. Oh, it's a size difference. I guess it's a 2K map. Yeah, 2K map. Resizes to 2048. Drag drop here. Not required. Multiply. So if I multiply this, now I can see those lines. This is what I require. All these things are, rest of the things are not needed. So I can simply delete that part, delete this section. All these things are not required. Anyways, all this is also not required. I'm not going to use it here. I'm just simply going to use it for the marking those sections, identify those sections and generate this. So now suppose I want to paint it. Rotate the canvas. Ambient occlusion, I just switch off this white paint it took, ambient occlusion, and I need to paint those water ripple thing. I just remove this thing. I'm manually painting, or if I want, I can search for a like a photo and place it here. One more here. I created that and switch off this. Control, click on this, select this one, and for this alpha channels, this part should be full white because it's not transparent there. It's fully opaque, and I feel this this thing. So this part is way too transparent. So I can, if I want, I can make it a little less transparent. Less transparent, and select this. If I want, I can fill it here or here, anywhere. Fill it. Control D. Solid white. Select these two, or now everything is visible. Control A. Control Shift C. Copy visible. Paste it. So my alpha updation is done. If I want to add this, I can reduce the intensity, like just a little hint of ambient. Save. 32 bit. Make sure it's 32 bit, otherwise it will create problem. And save your PSD. Not required. Where is my max? So you can see, sorry, position wise, why it's wrong. There is no overlapping. I moved it or what? Its position was slightly off. That's very strange. Yeah, it looks fine. Let me just check it. I need to move it slightly more. These two kind of fits, and this one I need to fix. That's very strange. Like it just never happened. It always like ambient, I don't know how come ambient like position it's showing wrong. So this is like in manual texturing, it takes a long time to perfect everything. Right? Move slightly more. So you have to like assume the position and then create it slightly back. Yeah, much better. So now I have to update this thing into alpha also. Select this, switch off, switch on my alpha. White, invert it, and this part I need to remove this white from here. So because I have directly applied on that layer, so that's why we have to keep everything in separate layer. Otherwise, you can see it creates problems. So I have to stamp it to fix it. Copy everything, go to channel, paste it, and I can select these two, make it Control G, name it as alpha. So I know like what is it clearly. Alpha, keep it with the diffuse only because it's part of diffuse map. That's why I'm keeping it. Save. Yeah, see now it's much better. Now I can see those white things clearly. Similarly, for this also I need that. And here I can see the straight line here. And in this map, it's again kind of a wrong position. That's really strange. Let's see here. So instead of like if I like manually creating one more time, I can simply copy this. It should move slightly forward. Why the shape is odd? I have to check, like maybe there's a little issue with the UV. Oh my, okay, it's my bad only. Problem with I made it straight. It is supposed to be like this. In UV, I just modified the UV. Because it's an alpha part, so it won't be visible anyways. So let's see. Position, now I have to push it back. So each and every part you have to apply and check. Yeah, it's connected there in the center. It's in center, correct. So for this also I need to apply this into my alpha. Go to alpha, make it full white, save. Become opaque now. Now it's working. So now like base, you can see base wise most of my texture and everything is ready. Now only thing I feel is all this creeper is there, like though it's like kind of same as a reference, they don't have a like a stem or anything. So I feel like I should create a creeper, like some base structure here. So that's my idea. So I'll will create that, and then we'll add a little bit of more details and all, like let's make it little like match with those cracks. We'll add those cracks and all. We'll add those cracks and everything, and then we'll take it to marmoset and render it out. It's all. And this part also have to do something, like this looks really weird. Oh, this part doesn't look so weird. Okay, I missed it accidentally, but it's like okay, anyways, this is like not required. I should have deleted this part. Control plus delete. But that section is not required. It's not visible, so it's not required. It's unnecessary polygons. So I can save it. Save, and now we'll add some amount of those cracks and everything, and finish our entire model. And then we'll render it out. And plus I'll add those creepers slightly. I'll show that how to. I'll use spline for this spline modeling and create all those creepers, and then like some cracks and all, and we'll generate everything, and then we'll render it out. Just give me a second. And most of you, I haven't seen your update, your file, anything. We have only 2 more weeks left. So make sure submit your files whenever. It's there's no specific thing time. You can submit whenever you want. You can like today you want to submit, today you can submit. If you want to submit tomorrow, it's fine. Like whenever you want to submit it, so that we can see it and we can fix everything and work on it. She's present, and Pranav and Kiran.
So can you upload those videos to YouTube?
Yes. I really sorry, I forgot to upload. So I'll upload it today only. I'll upload it. And like initial times, all those videos are already uploaded. Like for if this like last week of all those things are not uploaded. I'll upload that also.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Okay, chalo. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.